All right, folks, it's time for Random Rush. You know what that means? I listen to Rush Limbaugh for 60 seconds randomly and I respond in 90. It is now 1:20, almost 1:23 p.m. Eastern Time.
Corporations, and there's not an individual among us that Obama really can benefit from having, unless it's some Hollywood actor or what have you. But it really isn't complicated to explain why median income is falling. The complicated part is convincing people to support changing the modern day arrangement that government has with the economy. Government's just taking too much of it. It's growing too big. It doesn't produce anything. And the pie, where everybody's competing for their piece, is shrinking. It's that simple. And until we elect somebody that's going to purposely reduce government's role in the private sector and downsize the government, get it out of people's way, we're not going to have median income rising, and we're not going to have the middle class growing. It's that simple. Quick time out. We'll be back much more right after this again, as always. Don't go away.
Remember the name Mike McFadden.
Find out why in the October Limbaugh letter when Rush and Mike McFadden expose the real Al Franken. Subscribe today at RushLimbaugh.com. You're listening to the EIB Network. Local news.
All right. So let's start with Rush Limbaugh's stupid description of there being a private economy and that somehow like the government is taking too much of it. Where does this money go? I mean, aside from the fact that we have marginal tax rates half of what they were when Reagan got into office, where is it that this money goes? That Rush Limbaugh thinks that the government's taking too much money. And where does it go? It goes back into the economy. It never leaves the economy. The government is part of the economy. So while we have seen private sector job growth for I don't know what it is, 50, 60, 70 months in a row, government job growth has actually gone down since 2008. We have nearly 700,000 less government jobs than when we did then. And coming out of every other recession, we would generally see an increase of about 1 million. So the idea that the government is taking too much out of the economy is ridiculous. It doesn't take it out of the economy. It's part of the economy. Government taxes, and then it spends. That's part of the economy. And then just lastly, as we were saying, Limbaugh has very few sources of revenue anymore. So he's got to push that newsletter. And Al Franken, the real Al Franken.
You worked with him for a bit. Do you know the real Al Franken, Sam?
I do, and Limbaugh's right.